so I'm going to be giving a brief description of each 3 Mile Island siren location that I know about, and I will be going over it because the confusion has stemmed back up online, and I really want to clear this up. Let's start with location number 501. This was simple, a cyclone that was removed in 2012 when the T-128 replaced it. Number 502. This is a 2001 that was replaced with the T-128, but this 2001 actually replaced a cyclone. How I know it was a cyclone is by both looking at old satellite imagery and also the presence of three-phase power right here. That is the main three-phase power line right there. And so it's obvious, even if you didn't have the old satellite view, that this 2001 replaced a cyclone. But of course, the satellite view does prove that as well. This 2001 right here was added. This was added to fill a coverage gap. This 2001 over here was added to fill a coverage gap. York County, which is county number 5 in the evacuation planning zone of 3 Mile Island, only originally had 34 sirens. So numbers 535 through 543 are all 2001s. So 542 is a 2001 that was added. 543 was a 2001 that was added. This is number 503. This was just like 501. It's a cyclone that was replaced in 2012 with a T-128, but survived the entire time. This right here is number 504. I don't know why the number's not listed here, but yeah, it's still on a satellite, but it's been removed years ago. I've been to this spot, and it is gone. This over here is 505. This is obviously the P10 that got replaced with the 2001 SRN, and then the 2001 SRN was replaced with the T-128, and of course one of the poles still remains. That's a crazy location, by the way. This cyclone, I think this is number 506. Yeah, I think. I don't know for sure, though. It's been too long. This, of course, was nothing, and it was here. But, of course, they built a brand new building, like, right in this area. And then the P10. There is no P10 here. I thought there was a P10 here, but there actually isn't. So that's why you don't see a P10 over here anymore. This is Emmetsville's cyclone. Yeah, this is, see, three-phase power right next to it. Okay, I think you should be able to understand it now. Look, another one, three-phase power. But look at this P10 right here. No three-phase power. So I think it's obvious why some locations had cyclones. Actually, most locations are cyclones. And why a few locations have P10s. Like this over here is a P10. This is a P10. This is a 2001 that replaced a failed cyclone. See, number 526, it went off for 45 minutes at night, and this 2001 replaced it, number 526. Here's a P10. See, here's why. The reason, that's probably another addition. So, what happened is that the areas that had three-phase power already got cyclones. But all the areas that did not have three-phase power, because cyclones require three-phase power to operate, they didn't want to spend extra money installing three-phase infrastructure where there wasn't already three-phase power. So they just simply put P10s where there wasn't three-phase power. Think about this, for example. Brunner Island, there was no three-phase power down on this road. So they just installed a P10 here. Of course, it was replaced with the T-128. But that's the reason for that one. York Haven, we all know the story about this one. The T-128's here because there's a newer power line that runs on this road here, on Castle Road. Of course, when this park was put in, they had to put electricity for this building here. And so they put new power lines in here back in the day. I think it was either 2004 or 2005, I think, that Shelley Park was completed, if you look at the timeline. But they installed this T-128 here, but the cyclone is right back here. And you can actually still see that yellow mark under the red marker. You can see the cyclone is still here on satellite. So that's the craziest one of it all. See, another cyclone. Like I said, it's because there's three-phase power running here. You can already see the power lines in the shadow there. See, three-phase. Because it has 3 wires. See, I don't even have to look at old satellite view. I mean, like, for example, to find out this one right here, All I have to do is see we have three-phase power going by. It's old infrastructure. There's a 2001 that replaced the Cyclone. This Cyclone was here from the start. Oh, the second digit of this one is 4. Obviously, this one was added in because York County, the last siren in the original ACA system was 534. Because there's 34 sirens in York County, which is county number 5. Dauphin County is county number 1. Lebanon County is county number 2. Cumberland County is county number 3. Lancaster County is number 4, and York is number 5. So York County, it's going to start with a 5, and then 43 for this 2001. 43 is the designation of the siren. So it's York County siren number 43, which I know isn't added on 2001 because they had 34 ACA cyclones and P10s. And then in 2005, they added all these 2001s because there was coverage gaps and there was new regulations that needed to be met. So it was around 2005, according to the Siren Board, but it may have been a little bit earlier because I've noticed that there is a mix of SRNBs and SRN 4th gens. For example, this one over here on Juck Valley Road is an SRN 4th gen. Of course, this right here is an SRN 4th gen. See, it's got a small logo. But of course, if we know Goldsboro is an SRNB. So it's a mixture of sirens in a system. This is probably one of the craziest systems in this area. Oh yeah, and we forgot about this. This cyclone that is now, unfortunately, inactive as far as I'm concerned. I know it used to be active last year. It was active. I don't know. I think I may have heard it going off, but right now I cannot confirm. And then, of course, the TO21 down here. This one is a polarizing one. There's no recordings of this TO21, but yes, there's 3-phase power lines here. You can see all the 3-phase. You can see there's 3 wires there. That's 3-phase, so they just put, there's a cyclone. So, yeah. And it's very difficult on satellite view when you look at the older satellite views because of how old it is. It's really hard to tell the difference between the cyclones and the P10s on satellite. So you gotta know your infrastructure. You gotta know how the electrical systems are set up and how cyclones need 3-phase power and how P10s don't. That's the key to figuring this whole puzzle out. The fact that not all areas had 3-phase power is why the entire system wasn't cyclones. Otherwise, it would have been all cyclones and then a few 2001s added later. But the whole reason why there's any P10s in the system at all is because some areas like Brunner Island or Valley Green or Cowser Park did not have 3-phase power. So they could not use a cyclone. That's the answer. Now stop asking about it.